Hello and welcome to another video. I'm hoping that this mini disc recorder will last long enough before it breaks so I can demonstrate this new dock I bought. Today is the 14th of February 2024, but this video started being shot on the 12th of January this year, and pretty much everything went wrong as soon as I placed the order for this dock. So let's have a look at the video that I shot in January, and then we'll come back and show you how this might help me get the most out of this dock. Hello and welcome to another video. I've had man flu now for the last 2 weeks. What date is it? It's the 12th of January, and I fell ill after Christmas, before New Year. And that's given me a lot of time to surf eBay, which is always a bad thing to do. So late one night, during a coughing fit, I ordered some stuff. And this is not what it is. Hopefully it is what I think it is. Yeah, it is, because I'm expecting a couple of parcels. Everything's going wrong. I just knocked over a bottle of water. I ordered this. This is a cradle. And then I realised it should come with speakers, but the speakers are not included. I'll just have to cut that bit out because someone put their address in now. This is a cradle for this. So I thought I'd order it because this is Japan exclusive. These are really hard to come by as a set. So I ordered it. It was £35, including postage. And just to be sure I didn't mess things up, I put a battery in this and started playing a mini disc. Worked absolutely fine, so I ordered it. 6 minutes later, this had a seek error, couldn't read the disc, so I might have to repair this as well. So basically, it's got an eject button there which releases the mini disc. Show you that. It should come with a set of speakers, which I doubt are very good. But they go in there. But I thought, no worries, I've got, so these are 8-ohm speakers. But before I realised that, I thought, well, I've got speakers, I can plug in like an external speaker to this. But now I'm probably thinking I'm going to need specific speakers to run it. And now I'm thinking, oh, have I got a charger? I actually do have a charger. So luckily I do have a charger for that. But what this allows me to do is edit mini disc titles on a, add or edit mini disc track titles. So let's see if I can figure that out. Right, so I've connected up a 4.5 volt centre positive charger. Let's turn it on, hopefully it doesn't blow up. Not a sausage. Okay, what's going on here then? Oh, charge, it's charging. Oh, the battery should be full anyway, so okay, fine. The problem is I don't have speakers. I need 8-ohm speakers with that kind of mini jack on them. So if you've got a set of speakers, I'll see if I can find a picture of them when I put this up in editing. If you've got speakers which would fit this, that's the only thing I'm missing to make this a complete set. Oh, I have a loose connection actually. It's charging, which is good. So let me get a mini disc out, because what this will allow me to do is edit the titles on a mini disc. Right, so let's put my demo disc in, which I don't think has any track titles. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it? I think this has got a problem with the laser sled position sensor. But in any case, look, having trouble reading it. The battery appears to be flat, but I think the battery is fully charged. But it does say no title. So let's see if we can edit this somehow. Edit. Okay, yeah, we'll edit the title. We'll put a title on there. Enter. Disc protect. Okay, right. Rookie mistake. My disc is write protected. There you go. I can now edit that. Okay, so I'm going to go edit, and yes, I'll edit the title. Yeah, we'll edit the disc title, and we'll call it demo disc. And these buttons are very similar to what you'd get on a let's show you that a bit closer, like a T9 keyboard from old mobile phones. So let's see if I can do this. We're going to call it demo, so it's D. Oh no, it's in Japanese. Didn't really think that through, did I? So it could be that this is Japanese. Oh, hang on, there's a character button. Ooh, that moves it forwards. Oh, D. Right. 3. D, there we go, capitals, right. How do we go back? Oh, delete, there we go. Delete that. Can we go back? Yeah, okay, let's go back to the beginning. Okay, I'm getting somewhere now. D, character. E, M, move it forwards. O, space, better go for capitals. Oh, I see, 1. That's Japanese maybe. Okay, demo, D, character, lowercase, good. I, S, oh, R, okay, hang on. Where's S? There it is. It's the 4th digit, 4th character. So each time you press the button, it moves through. So the first button press gives you P, then Q, then R, then S. Demo disc. Okay. Now, how about that? UTOC writing. So it's table of contents writing. That's an edit for coffin, that one. Now, assuming this disc can write and it's not completely broken, sorry, this player can write and it's not completely broken. It's taking a long time at the moment. Okay, so that will do for the time being. So let's eject that for a second. Okay, put the disc back in and maybe it will give us a title. Demo disc, how about that? So I can do my titling on there. Okay. Obviously it's much quicker for me to hook up an MDLP player to a laptop and use Web Minidisc Pro for that. But yeah, it's a nice little cradle, that. And all I've got to do now is figure out how to run 8 ohm speakers through that. But that is something I'm going to do on another day. I'm going to figure out how to get 2 8 ohm speakers. Okay, so now we're back to the future. Or it's the future for me. It's actually the 14th of February for me, but it's probably going to be a couple of weeks after that for you, because subscription Patreons are going to get a chance to see this video for about a week ad-free before it goes public on YouTube. So this is the player I've got, the SJ MR250 from Panasonic. I've had this a year or two now, and I bought, actually I got it free from another YouTuber because it wasn't working, and I managed to get it working. It does have issues though. It's got some seek issues and some really loud knocking sounds, which I might fix in another video. But it's a Japan exclusive, and it did come originally with a dock and 2 speakers. And I saw the dock, it was about £30 I think, including postage. Buy it now on eBay, and I wasn't feeling very well at the time, and I just bought it without looking into it. And that is not a good thing to do, because after shooting that video in January, I realised I'd actually got the wrong dock. Although this mini disc recorder does fit in the dock, it's not actually the right dock for it. There's another version that looks similar to this, the MR230, and this one's a NetMD version, but the MR230 is not a NetMD version. NetMD means you can connect this up with a micro USB cable and put tracks on it and edit tracks from your computer using some older software and now some more modern software. But this doesn't have the mini USB socket on it that you need, because the mini USB socket is on the dock. But there was another version of this, the MR230, which wasn't an ND one, so it looks the same, but it doesn't have that facility to hook it up to a computer to add music or change track titles. And unfortunately I didn't know that until after I'd shot that video in January. So this dock doesn't have the socket for the mini USB cable. That's where it should be. So this is the dock for the 230 version of this, the SJ MR230. So I still can't edit track titles using a computer on here. I can using the keyboard obviously, but I can't add tracks using a computer on this Minidisc recorder. So really the only benefit for me having this is I can keep the battery charged using an adapter there that plugs in the back, or add or edit track titles using this keypad, which is fairly quick as you've seen. But I'd like to be able to play it through speakers. The problem is this doesn't have a standard 3.5mm or I think it's 1/8 of an inch jack plug. This has got separate sockets for left and right speakers, and they need to be 8 ohms, and I don't have the speakers, and it's very unlikely I'm going to be able to buy any from eBay. So after shooting that original video in January, I decided to order this. Still got an address label on it, so I can't show you that obviously. But what this is, oh god, it's a really old bag, so I reckon this is really old stock. You can have a look at the label here if you want. So this is an adapter cable. So what this will do is it'll allow me to plug in 2 mono 3.5mm jack plugs and then get a stereo socket to come out the back. So the plan is to plug this into here. It's got left and right written on it. Let's have a look. No, I'm not sure which is left and right, but we'll figure that out later. So those two go in there if they fit, and this is exactly what I imagined would happen. They don't actually fit. So I'm just going to get a craft knife and cut that down. There we go, job done, that'll do for now. Now all I need is some speakers to plug into that. And that's where this box comes in. This box has been in my garage for maybe a year or two. I put it in there. There's a card to a video just up there where I bought these brand new old stock Sony speakers. There's the model number. And these are the ones I think are going to help me out here. Now, I've had this box in my garage. It's got a selection of Minidisc playlists on there, and this player, which I believe has got some button problems, as these ones always do. So that's another one to repair. And the battery, I kept it out of there in case it leaked. But I really only use this in the garage, I think once or twice, and the speaker's really up to fill in a whole garage, you know, like a space where I park my car. The speakers can't handle that size of space. They can't fill that space. But they might be quite good for this. Now, what I did was I looked. These are 8 ohms. It's sockets for 8 ohm speakers, and I looked at the power rating, and the output is half an amp, 500 milliamps. But I think I looked up online what the actual rating of these are. So they're 8 ohms, and they are actually half an amp per channel. And I looked up these speakers, and I think they're half an amp per channel. It might be an amp. I can't remember now. It was quite a while ago. But since these speakers were in the garage not doing anything, and they're fairly small, I thought I'd bring them in and try them on this, once I can get them untangled. Right, so I'll plug in the 3.5mm stereo speaker, jack plug, into the stereo socket for the speakers and see if we can get any sound coming out of this. It takes a long time to read the table of contents because there is, I think it needs good lubrication, and I think the sensor that senses when the when the disc head, oh that's loud, wow, that's louder than I thought it'd be. I don't know whether you can appreciate how loud that is. These are really short tracks on this one, so let's try and find a longer track. That's better. Let's look at the volume. So I'm going to mute the volume on the video while I turn it up on here to see how far we're at. We're at volume 4 and I'll mute the video on the video now. Mute the volume on the video now. Okay, that is very loud and they sound fantastic. These, when they're not powered, in other words when they're plugged into a mini disc player normally, just a normal mini disc player with a headphone socket, these are very weedy, quite weedy. But when you plug them into this, they're really loud. So I'm going to see if I can put the specifications for this up on the screen. It's too loud. Put the specifications for the speakers up on the screen and the specifications for the output for there if I can find a screenshot of it. Because I did have to check, because I didn't want to blow these. I knew they were 8 ohms, but I needed what their maximum power rating was. And I needed to know what the power rating of the output for this is. But that is actually really fantastic, that sound on there. Let's have another listen. So that really is very impressive. So it was a bit loud, so I've turned it off. This is going to get a lot of use now. These speakers are loud enough and just about good enough that I can listen to these while I'm working, while I'm playing my long play mini discs. And my favourite hi-fi has a mini disc player on it, but it only plays standard play discs. And some of my longer playlists are on long play discs. So this is going to be a second player for me for when I want to play those long play mini discs. So I'm very pleased with the result on that. It's been over a month since I got this cradle, and now I've brought my speakers in, hooked them up, got my adapter, and that's going to be perfect. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're up to 1,801 subscribers. It'd be nice to get to 2,000 in a few months' time. Give us a like, of course, and give us some comments in the comments section if you've got anything to add. But that's all for now, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Next morning, and now it's dead.